Welcome to the last episode of the Digital Health Explainer series. I'm so proud of you for getting to this final series, and I'm not going to waste any time. We're going to jump right into it. So this is digital education and training, and the analogy we're going to use for this pillar is driving a car. Now think about it this way. You can buy the most advanced, safest car in the world, but if you hand someone the keys with a manual and say, good luck, you're going to have a bad time. That car needs a driver who is trained. And in digital health, you need to train people. Now, the last mile problem in digital health, remember we're using the driving analogy. So the system is the car, the application is the car, the software is the car. So think from our previous pillars, the capable technology, the infrastructure, the data, the setup, everything. That's the car. Now, the clinician and the staff is the driver, people that are actually going to use the system. They require proper training to operate safely. So it's fantastic that you've built the system, you've built the app, but people that are going to use it need to be trained so that they know their way around. Then you need to understand in this pillar, effective digital education is like driving lessons and giving them a sat nav. So you treat them how to drive, you teach them how to use the system, and you also give them a manual so that they know where to go. And how do you achieve that? Formal training, that is driving lessons. So structured foundational instructions, rules and core functions, and just-in-time support and intuitive design. So that's almost like their sat nav. So you give them a manual that gives them contextual guidance on how to use the app according to the workflow that they currently do. Now, there are 4 key operational processes to think about when you think about training. And as you're listening to me, think about the possible roles within this process that you can do. So the first one is pre-implementation training development. So the system design document. So this is more for the technical people. So writing a technical document about how the software was built, the bugs, the framework, all of that. Process 2, the go live support. So this is where you have your digital trainers going from floor to floor, learning and development people that actually draft the learning documents, the comment center, so that on the day of the implementation, people are going to do flow working, all of that. See, remember the roles involved in that. Process 3, continuous competent management. So you've trained the staff that were there present for when the app was launched, but you're going to hire new people. The system is going to be updated. So you also need to update the learning material. So people that do that update and follow that process and build an onboarding process, refresher training, all of that, those are roles. And finally, patient digital onboarding. So there are some parts of some softwares that require a patient to input information or use the software. So that also requires a care plan or something that involves educating the patient on how to use the app. There's something called patient care navigator. I can't remember the full name of the role, but that is a role. So when you think about this process, these 4 processes, remember the possibility of roles within that you can get into. And that's the key crux of digital education and training. Remember, you can have a fantastic system, but if your staff or people that you've built the system for don't know it, are not trained about it, it's going to be a waste of time. Now let's do a recap. So remember the 5 pillars of digital health. So pillar 1, which was our foundation, was the core digital infrastructure. Pillar 2, data, was the standardized flowing information, the lifeblood that flows through the pipes, remember. Pillar 3 was strategy, so aligned vision and governance. Pillar 4, clinical practice. So we looked at the clinical toolkits and the methods that you could use and also the different roles within that. And finally, we just looked at education. So the system that builds and sustains human competence across all pillars. I am so proud of you for getting to the end of digital health. Explainer series. And I hope at the end of this series, you now understand the machinery behind digital health. So digital health is not just one sector. It's not just clinical practice. It's not just tech. It's these 5 pillars that come together to make digital health. If you like the slides from this series, there's a link in the description that can help you request for that slide. And if you have any questions, there's an email address in the description that you can send your questions to. You've been educated. Remember, stay educated. Bye.